I want to show you this phase of painting as well. I don't know how to finish this painting. There are so many things I could do. I have no direction, no clarity. My mind is a mess. And you can see it here on my desk as well, also in my home. It's really messy right now. So what I will do is I will just clean up my space, just this desk for now, because I don't want to spend too much time on doing chores. And because I don't want to waste too much time on easy things, I need this mental energy for finishing this painting. Just my surrounding. And then I will sit down and say, okay, first I will finish the face here, then the hand of this woman, then the flower details, then the face of the lower woman. And I will write this down. I will take it really serious, what I will do. Okay, this notebook is better. We are going through all the steps we have to do to finish this painting. So, step 1, face, mid. This one. Step 2, hand, top. Step 3, flowers, top. These flowers here. 1, 2, 3. 4 is face, bottom. And 5 would be hand, bottom. Step 6 would be here. Background, top. And the last step, I will just call this background, bottom. It's not the background, but I understand it. And 8 might be her dress. These are my 8 steps that I have to do. I know some people might say art should be really intuitive, you should go with your feeling, but it's both, okay? You have to do this. If you feel stuck, just take a piece of paper and a pen and write it down. Now I feel like this is really possible. Before that I was like, oh, this is so much. I write it down, it's clear steps, easy steps. First I have to finish the middle phase, and I can also break that down. Okay, this mid phase, I actually just have to paint her left eye and her lips a bit more, and then she's almost done. And then I have to paint her hand, and for painting her hand, I'm not really good with painting hands, so I'll probably take a picture like that and just paint it from a reference like that, okay? And something I also realized is I don't really have to clean up the space because I am so clear. I have something in my hand that is guiding me, and even this chaos around me doesn't affect me anymore because I have a piece of paper with a clear plan on it. Step 1, the face in the middle, this face. So I want to give her a bit of hairline and add a bit more to realism and make it this way a bit more realistic. I take my cotton stick and slightly roll it over, and then I got my hairline. Maybe I will also make it a bit soft here, because usually people with long hair have baby hair here, like the short hair, and it's not so intense. You don't have that much hair, like here. Just make a bit of yellowish because of skin tone, and maybe she has some dark brown hair, like that. Here I'm painting this really big and dark red tone into the middle of her face, because that's where her nose holes are. the lower plane of the nose, also including the shadow area that is casted onto her face. And this might look really dark, but I kind of figured out if you go a bit darker and let it dry, it looks really good. So do you see how I sculpt her face just with shadows? This is too dark, so I clean my brush and just pick up the pigment. If you paint small enough, just a few dots where the eyelids are enough for indicating the eyelashes. You don't have to be so detailed. Sometimes just a few dots or just one dot at the right place indicates what it is, indicates the details. In this case, one dot is like 5 eyelashes grouped, and that's enough. And it looks way better than painting each eyelash. I don't know, when you paint each eyelash, it looks unrealistic. I just paint this line just to make clear where her shirt begins and ends. Just like that. Here I'm just softening the shadows. And I think her ear is too high. Just lower that. Okay, her face does not have the right shape, so I'm pushing the darkness away, just like that. She looks a bit too sad, so let's correct this. Lift her eyebrows. I erased her eye again. The whole process, I did not realize her eye was too big, so I erased the whole thing. To erase it, I just take my wet brush, no paint on it. I just rub my brush onto the paper and I roll my cotton stick over it. And that way I soak up the pigment and then I let it dry. and then I can paint over it again. So I want the arms of her dress to be a bit transparent. That's why I have painted the armpits, the line of her arm, a bit longer, so you can still see it through. But I have to separate her dress from the background. And for that, I just apply a really transparent layer of this color tone. That was a bit too much. Just like that. Really easy. And I still want, and as I mentioned, you still can see her skin here. You see? Maybe a bit of here as well, like that. That's good, you see? So I also have added a bit of like jewelry or a pattern on this transparent garment, and I still have to paint this part. Or maybe I don't paint it like that. I think I like the other one. Okay, let's go back. Okay, the face is done. The next step on my list is hand top, this hand. And for that, I took reference pictures. These ones. And I don't know which one to take. I think this one is pretty. I like this. It looks like a waterfall. And then you can still see, like, this is a big part and this is a small part. And this is just, you can't recognize it. It's just like a circle. This is better. As usual, I struggled with the hand, so I erased it again and I just moved on to the lower face. At the end, I will get to the more difficult part, the hand. Okay, this hand has to dry, so let's move on to the last face. Step 3. Actually, step 4. The face is actually step 4, but like I have energy to get into this more difficult task. And let me show you how I mix my colors. So a bit of yellow. This is dirty yellow, but it doesn't matter. A bit of red. A bit of brown. Just a bit. Okay. This looks so unpleasant to look at. I need a prettier palette. Okay, her lips are too red and I want some movement within the color. So I just pick up a bit of paint. Just with a clean and wet brush. Clean means no pigment on it. And then I dab on a bit of. Then I go in with a darker red here. With alizarin. This is so cute. I might also make an oil painting of this. It's just so pretty. Maybe a different format, not this long. Oh, this is not working. Remember when I did not know what to do anymore with this painting a few days ago? No, that was yesterday actually. Now I slowly begin to love this painting. I want her to show more skin here. It's always the same. I made a mistake again. This eye has to be here. Yeah, your face doesn't look good. Okay, her face looks really weird. Oh, I have an idea. I'm going to light this area up so we can see her eyelashes. I'm going to use this type of red. I don't know why, but this woman looks too minimalistic. Like some dark colors are missing. Maybe I should make her mouth a bit bigger. Or darken her eyebrows. I don't know why, but this woman feels like she's not important. She's too minimal. I'm going to focus on her again a bit. So I will add some flowers here. And some white garment for her dress here. It's like a cloud or something. And some light color as well here to define her hair. Okay. I also feel like this looks really cheap. I don't know, this combination of this yellow and that blue just looks cheap. I think it must be a more orange yellow, so it looks more elevated. I'm going to focus on her hand now. This is terrible. So what I did here is I just erased everything because I need way more space for the hand. Can one of you tell me what I should do with her face? Why do you look so minimal? What can I add? Maybe her eyes? Yeah, I think this works. Just a bit more mascara and eyeliner on her eyes. I think I also have to soften this area here. Like, kind of like that. Wait. So I think this yellow, okay, it's not that bright. You see, sometimes I can only see what I have mixed when I apply it on my canvas. But that's okay. I mixed lemon yellow and titanium white, and I just added here in the middle. And then I cleaned my brush, and I would just spread it like that. This also works. And I will surround it with this color. And now it looks, no, it doesn't look good. Okay, let's keep working on it. Don't give up. This blue, I told you in the beginning that I want to cover it up, and I forgot about it. It ruins my whole picture the whole time, because it is, I don't know, it looks cheap. Too much of this blue, I don't like it. So I placed like a circle, and now I am defining the circle. It should be a flower. So I just apply a darker color, the color of her dress. I don't know, I can't make it look good. Why? Oh, sunlight. Okay, just a short update. I add some shadows here, and yeah, the shadows were just missing. That's why she looked so flat, and I don't know. Let's just go in with some dark tones. This is the shadow of her nose. It looks a bit weird, I know. But it's important. Does it look weird? I don't know. Wait. I'll just leave it. Maybe later do something about it. Or no. So I'm drawing the outer lines for the hand, and this is wrong because the thumb is here, going from there to there, and it's wrong if I paint everything with a background color. Let me show you what I mix. So I'm mixing this type of color. Kind of like this one, but a bit more orange and yellow. And then I apply it here. You see when you can see that as well in the reference picture. You see it's dark here. And also the thumb on the back. So I will add some pinks to give life to the hand, like that. And this area is really wet. I have to wait a couple of hours until I can go back, so it's okay. I will move on to some other parts in the meantime. For example, I will draw here some lines for the drapery. I'm just adding a bit more details. Okay, the very last step is her head. I think I need just a bit more space here. Whenever I paint hands, I like one finger to stick out, like there. So I will do the same here as well. Stick out means it's just separate from the other 4 fingers. Honestly, I think this is the most... This hand is so much more simple than this one in the shape and the form, but because you can't see that much of a hand, I don't know how to communicate that there is a hand. It's a hand and not just a tentacle or something. I will figure it out, okay? We just need multiple approaches. We have to fail multiple times. I think I erased this 4 times now, and I did not film it. Man, I think the hand is too big. Oh my god, it's too big, guys. Do I have to erase it one more time? I painted this box, and this is good. Finally. You see, I had painted her ring finger till here, but that's too long. You see, I did not close this line here because this is the highest point of her finger. Do you see this? How light it is here and how dark it gets there? And this is what I did there as well. Now my favorite thing to do to give my flat areas more depth, adding shadow. I really like this. It's almost too dark, but it also kind of works. Okay, of course, this here is a bit too dark. But then I just pick up the paint. And I soften one edge, this edge here. You see, I always paint and then I look if it works, and if it doesn't work, I do something else. I keep failing over and over while painting, but that's normal. That's how you find a solution. So if you want to draw a circle and you fail drawing a circle, of course you have to erase it and retry it over and over until you get that circle. And it really doesn't matter how many times. You have to redraw that circle. Titanium white and cadmium red here. But not on the fingertips because there are her fingernails. And you see the top of the fingernails are always white. I have to make the background darker so you can see her fingers. And I'm going to spread this like that. And I'm just trying to separate those elements. The element, the hand, the dress in the front, the dress in the back. So this dress here has to be a bit lighter than the dress in the back. This is too dark. That's not necessary. Like that. Okay. The lower hand was still too big, so after another day I fixed it. Sometimes you need just a few days to see what you did from another perspective or with a fresh eye. And always be super careful when you peel off your masking tape. Do it really gentle and slow. A few days later, I made the decision to add a few stars. Guys, this is a decision that I made a few days later. I'm going to paint stars. I just take a wet brush and try to pick up the paint from the paper. Just like that. Oh, sorry. Let me show you one more time. Here. make these circle motions and slightly rub it over the same spot over and over. And I'm not sure if I will fill the whole painting with these stars. I added a few stars here. I usually don't do this because I like to have these simple, bold shapes, but it kind of looks cute. I have some gouache paint on my brush. Wow. Ooh, I like it. I think this is too much. Okay, this was an accident and I love it. Let's keep doing it. Just a wet brush and just go over it like that. Wow! So if you look at my brush, do you see it's coated with some more water than usual? And then I just... That was too much. Sorry. Let me see if I can add gouache paint. Okay, that's so interesting. This is so beautiful. Some points are just too light and I do this, I go over it with some fresh gouache paint. I think it was still wet. I always feel like when you see the whole process from beginning to end, it's not like magic anymore. You understand each step and how often you actually fail during the process. And I hope you found information that you can apply in your own paintings and your mind as well. And thank you for watching this demo, this painting process till here.